Alright, well that's today's lick. As you know, I do one lick per video and one new hat. Well, today's new hat is my fanciest hat. It was made by Lilliput's hat company, Karen Ruiz. She made Gord Downey's hat with the Tragically Hip. So it's, I spent a lot on this one. But anyway, I like it. So it's for today's hat. So this is lesson 9 of my first 10 series of one lick per video. So this lick is an E, and it's using a lot of double stops quickly. So it's based off this E triad, which was basically the C chord moved up, right? So if you move that up and you pretended there was a bar here, you'd use these 3 fingers, right? So it's that chord there. We don't play the low E with the pinky, right? So our triad is G sharp, B, and E. So it's based off of that. It's also based off the D chord, moved up here with the middle finger on the 5th fret. That's your E triad there, E, B, and G sharp. All right. So the first part of the lick is you're basically sliding from the B to the G sharp, so from the 4th fret to the 6th fret, and then with the index finger, right? So just a 2 and 2. Then you're going to put your first finger on the G sharp and your second finger on the E. So that's basically the bottom 2 notes of that E triad. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to, if you're playing with a pick, you're going to pick the run, and then you're going to double stop with your fingers, your 3rd and 2nd finger. You're going to pull up on the G sharp and the E. And you're going to have your 3rd finger set at the C sharp, and you're going to toggle back and forth. So that's really why you have to use hybrid picking here. So you're going to be picking up with your fingers on the double stop and picking down with your pick on the C sharp. So you got this. And then you're going to move your first 2 fingers down to play the D, right? So that's the bottom 2 notes of your D chord. Once again, we're always kind of moving down to the flat 7th. So the flat 7th of the E scale would be a D. So you're basically going to slide down to this position, which would be the D. So you got, so the same fingering. Kind of makes it easy once you get the first part. Okay, so that's the first part of the lick. I'll do it one more time. And then what you do when you're down here is kind of, don't play it, but just put your 3rd finger in that position here on the G string at the B, but then slide up. So you're basically playing kind of the first 2 notes of your A chord, and then you're going to go to the G, but you're going to use it with these fingers. So, and you're going to kind of have your position there and slide up, and then pluck with your fingers, and you're going to basically go from the E and the C sharp and slide down to play the D and the B. So let's try that again slowly. Okay, so that's with your pick, and then you're going to pull up with your fingers, and then pick, and then pull up with your fingers, pick down, pull up with your fingers, and then with your fingers, slide. So that's the first part of the lick. So the second part of the lick starts off the same. We start off with that run, and then the double stop, And then instead of doing the toggle, we just slide down, play the D. And then we play the index finger on the C sharp and the E note open, the high E. So we got... Okay, and then we slide to finish it, slide up to the G sharp, and then end on the B note. So that's basically the beginning of the lick. So the first part. So then the lick is. So that's the second part. So the first part, and the second part. Right? So that's the whole thing. So that is the whole lick. So once again, you can always break it up. You can always kind of throw that in by itself, you know, or you can just throw in. That's a cool lick on its own too. So anyway, those are two great licks to you can run them together or do them separately in E. Remember, I got one lick per video, and if you like what you see, please subscribe. And I'm running out of hats. I think I got one more to do the 10th video, and then I'm going to have to start repeating hats, or you can send me a hat. All right, take care. Bye.